From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Andy Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To Mixon on the check down. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. It's second down. Dalton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Pushes him over. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost, but if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
59. 52, 44. Get ready for 57 over there.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Regular. They go 368. Nice.
So Dalton now. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. He'll return it from the 6. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. To throw here, Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
44. There you go. Over here.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A handoff to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Play action here with Dalton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And coming out now, the Broncos. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Keenum. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, they'll try and sneak this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A second quarter score from down in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing. Dalton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Dalton, 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. After the interception, here's Keenum. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
2-by-2. Move. Over here.
Play action now. Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2-by-2. Move.
2nd down, Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Passing, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
2-by-2. Move. 368.
And it'll be Dalton again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mixon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On play action, it's Keenum. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Michael Johnson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Keenum. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Hey, yo, it's yo, it's yo.
On first down, it's Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Over here, over here. You're good.
Here's Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Over here, over here. You're good. Check 99, check 99. Hands up.
Dalton bootlegs out. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Keenum out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Keenum going to throw. And he's got Hireman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. In for the score. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter. They've got the football back. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Go, on the ball! On the ball!
They'll look to throw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
We're good. We're good.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Freeman again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Let's go.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. It's do or die for Dalton. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end, and he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if had ain't. Lanes can't call it, you lame. You had it, then you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Bentley, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me.